Hi, I'm Warren Sprouse. You're on the Bible Forum. It is December 31st. Happy New Year, 2017. I want to talk to you a little bit about the events of 2017 and maybe look a little out from there toward the future. The largest single event in 2017 was the inauguration of Donald Trump. The man is changing the world in many ways, not the least is in terms of economics. Here is the fallout from the Trump budget overhaul. Keep in mind, wealthy people do not give money away. Wealthy people invest. If they give you something, it's always with an eye to benefiting them. Unless, of course, they're Christians or they are very magnanimous and they have these ways of giving money away. They set up, charities or something like that. But you do know they get a tax break on all of that, right? Well, here's some of the things that have happened since the Donald became president. U.S. Bank of America employees making up to $150,000 a year in total compensation, a total number of people of 145,000, will apparently receive a one-time bonus of $1,000 by year end from their company. PNC Financial Services, a Pittsburgh financial services corporation, will give $1,000 bonuses to about 47,500 employees. New Braunfels-based Rush Enterprises of Texas is giving each of its 6,600 employees a $1,000 bonus. Associated Bank in Wisconsin boosted its minimum hourly wage to $15 and is paying workers a $500 bonus. Idaho Healthcare and Home Products Company called is providing its 2,000 employees with $100 bonuses for every year they worked for the company. The company has 147 employees who have worked for that company for 20 years or more. In Hawaii, Royal Hawaiian Heritage Jewelry plans to open up 3 more shops, Honolulu, Kauai, and Maui, in addition to its existing 3 shops. Washington Federal in Seattle will increase wages for most of its workers by 5%. They're also adding 25 people to their information technology staff. Aquesta Financial Holdings in Cornelius, North Carolina, will raise hourly pay to $15 and will be giving $1,000 bonuses to all of its workers. Canary LLC announced it will hire new employees and purchase more equipment. First Hawaiian Bank said it will give out $1,500 cash bonuses to over 2,000 employees or all but 11 members of its senior management team. They will also increase their minimum wage to $15 an hour. It was $12.75, and that for every one of their 613 employees. Bank of Hawaii, the state's second largest bank, said it will give out $1,000 cash bonuses to over 2,000 employees, 95% of its workforce. The bonuses affect all employees below the senior vice president level. The bank will also increase its minimum wage to $15, up from $12. American Savings Bank, the third largest bank in Hawaii, said it will award a $1,000 bonus to nearly all of its employees. In addition, it said it was increasing its starting wage to $15.25. AT&T expanded its bonus program to an additional 200,000 staffers, getting $1,000 apiece. Boeing is giving $300 million in investment in its employee-related charitable program to support our heroes, our homes, and our future. Wells Fargo is raising the minimum wage to $15. Fifth Third Bank, that's the name of it, Fifth Third Bank, raised its minimum wage to $15 and offered bonuses of $1,000 to 13,000 employees. Comcast, NBC Universal anteed up a $1,000 bonus to more than 100,000 non-executive employees. Companies have been operating lean for the last 7 years, and now they see something coming. And that something is the lifting of sanctions and restraints on the economy. And keep in mind, President Trump hasn't actually done anything much yet. However, the business world knows Donald Trump. They know Donald Trump makes money, meaning he knows how to do it. And he has stated over and over again how much he wants to do this for you and me. In our capitalist society, what this means is that the government needs to get out of the way. The government, the bureaucrats, for generations have worked tirelessly to hinder economic expansion, as though that's a bad thing. It is counterintuitive and counterproductive. Now, much of what they believe revolves around the poor. They have bought into the idea that the poor are poor because the rich are rich. And that's never been true. Not in America. The poor are poor for other reasons. Almost all of them tied to their own thinking, their own ability, their own circumstance. Of course, you can't say stuff like that anymore because employers are happy to hire men and women who can't speak English clearly and properly, men and women who can't or won't move very quickly, can't or won't be polite and helpful almost to a fault. Employees who don't show up on time, who leave early, employees who find ways to get lost or hide throughout the day. And I realize that's not everybody. And I realize that's not even every immigrant that has come. Most of them are hard-working people. It's usually about us as Americans, our children, our culture. I work with people like this. Now, where I work, some of their getting lost is essential because there's nothing for them to do within their ability and employee requirements. I mean, they can only do certain things, and when there's nothing to do, just sitting around looks bad, so they get lost, and I understand that. But an employee that you have to motivate all day long? Our education system, not every teacher, but our education system is designed not to educate fully, but rather to accommodate and to water down the curriculum for those who can't keep up. And they do that in order to provide every child with some kind of education. But the newsflash here is that not every child is the same. And you can't put them all in one bucket and do the same thing with them. In my day, we had a 3-tiered system. In grammar school, the slower children went to remedial classes. In high school, we had a general studies track, and we had a business studies track, and we had a college prep track. Today, it is almost racist. It is certainly demeaning to segregate students based on ability. In high school, the curriculum serves to do just that. You have the college prep versus the general course. They're different. In life, the market does that. Those who can't compete get the lower paying jobs. Progressives want to throw out all of those statistics, those realities, and create something that will make everybody the same. But in making everybody the same, you're pulling people down. You're not lifting people up. You're trying to find this vanilla center. What we need to get back to is basic understanding that not everybody is the same. It's called life. But you know what? That poor student who finds a job and demonstrates loyalty, attention to responsibility, and a willingness to work, that person will succeed up to and often beyond their native ability. Why? Because it's character, it's loyalty, character and commitment that are more important than intellect. We've abandoned the labels. We can't say that this child is not as smart as that child, not as quick, not as able. We can't do that. We can't separate them so that they can actually learn at their own pace and their own level. We have to put everybody together. And we're paying for it. Today, slangwage is the new identifier. Unless you know and use the common slang, you're labeled as snobbish, out of touch, maybe even racist. I say to my political fathers, gentlemen, pull up your pants. Go to work. It's that simple. And we need to inculcate those values in all of our children, whether they ever go out and try to get a job or not. If you have a business, you know what I'm talking about. If you work for other people, you know what I'm talking about. It is a bad situation, getting worse. And we have created it our own self. We did this. We could undo it.